Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here. It's Thursday the 16th of February. Just a very quick forecast for you. Sorry this one is late. I've been lecturing all day out at university, so that's the reason we're late getting the video on for you today. Just going to run through how things shape up in the next few days. This is the ensemble model that's on the weatherweb.net website. If you go to the top of the page that you're on at the moment, click on the weather charts, you'll find the ensemble charts on there. So that's today. High pressure is in. We've got this westerly flow. It's a moist westerly flow, and it's that's been generating all the cloud across the country, across many parts of the country during today. Though it's not been cloudy, of course, everywhere. Let's knock on then through Friday. Here we go. Look, we've got low pressure moving in towards the north of Scotland during Friday evening. We've got rain moving into northern and western Scotland and Western Ireland on Friday evening, and this is going to be increasingly turning to snow over high ground as the winds increase. Now watch what happens to the rain through Saturday. That's Saturday morning. Look, here's a cold front that's going to be moving its way eastward during Saturday morning. It brings some heavy bursts of rain with it, but the main feature of that rain, by the time it clears south coasts on Saturday evening, is going to be to introduce a northwesterly flow, a colder northwesterly flow, which could well bring some snow across the high ground of Scotland and northern England, and also into northern parts of Wales as well. So we've got to be thinking in terms of snowfall for some places during Saturday. Now through Sunday we find a ridge of high pressure building in. There'll be some rain and showers affecting northern Scotland, but for most it becomes dry. I guess the main feature of the weather Sunday is going to be an early frost. We could see -4s across many parts of the country. But through Sunday itself we're generally dry under high pressure, and then you can see how short-lived this cold snap is, because by Monday morning the southwesterly flow is starting to pick up again. We're starting to bring some rain and drizzle in off the Atlantic, look through Scotland, through Ireland, into Monday afternoon, although these eastern areas do stay dry. Quite a breeze from the southwest picking up too, and then we'll find that during Tuesday that southwesterly wind persists. I think western coast of the country, western Scotland, western Wales, western England, western Ireland, always going to be cloudy with some outbreaks of drizzle. But to the east of the high ground, so eastern Scotland, eastern England, the Midlands, southern and eastern parts of England, here I think we will be dry, but fairly breezy again through Tuesday, although it is going to be mild. Into Wednesday, well, many areas are going to be fairly cloudy through Wednesday. The moist west to southwesterly flow persisting. I think still some clouds, still some outbreaks of drizzle and some rain in western areas, less so towards the east, but an increased risk of just about anywhere seeing a bit of drizzle during the course of Wednesday. And then to Thursday, well, we find pressure starting to try and build again from the south during the course of Thursday. We still find some rain affecting these western coasts of the UK during Thursday, but with a high building its way back northwards, I think many areas are drier and probably brighter. Into Friday then, and let's just knock it back to Friday. There we go. Still some spots of rain coming down these western coast, but for the east and also for the south, I'm hopeful that conditions here should be dry for many of us, still under the influence of high pressure. Now let's just take a look at what happens after that. We'll go on to the upper air charts, the surface charts with the 500 millibar flow, and we'll just move forwards here onto Friday, and here we go. There's Friday into Saturday. Now watch what happens. This is Saturday. Look, the flow goes into the west or the northwest, but as high pressure builds to the west, we get this buckled northwesterly flow. Now what that could do through next weekend is reduce temperatures once again into next weekend and into the beginning of the week after next. However, I'm happy to accept this forecast for the week after next, where we're seeing mainly a west to west southwesterly flow, a front moving into western Scotland and Ireland, perhaps bringing some outbreaks of rain and drizzle there during the early part to the middle part of the week. And then as we get into the later part of the week, southern areas tending to stay dry, but fronts moving their way in from the west, bringing some outbreaks of rain at times, but most of it focused around northern and western parts of the country, with very little rain further south. Although by the time we get through to early March, look, we are starting to pick up a jet stream, a stronger westerly flow, which could bring more in the way of rainfall across Scotland, perhaps the north of northern England and Northern Ireland. The problem is to the south, the drought situation isn't particularly very well alleviated. And if we look at the city forecast, this is the city forecast for London, and this shows us maximum temperatures in red here, and these are rainfall amounts in 6 south steps running along the bottom here. You can see how we see temperatures rise, look, into the middle part next week, 24th of February here, so that's Friday. So temperatures rise, but then look how they fall off as we get into the next weekend and the week after next. So, and look how dry it is. My overall impression is that it looks like it is going to be staying dry. So let's look at the forecast for Glasgow. This is Glasgow's forecast, and very similar again. Here's the dip in temperatures this weekend. Here's the rise look into next week, and then this gradual fall off during the following week, although hovering around 6 degrees. So that's around about normal for the time of year. More rainfall in Glasgow, you'll notice, than there was in London. So the southern areas look as if they are going to be staying dry right the way through. Okay, so sorry for this quick forecast. Not going to add anything more technical on that just at the moment. Hopefully that's given you an indication as to conditions over the next couple of weeks. Once again, thanks for watching. As always, the site's kept free of charge by the advert you see around the screen. If you see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the advertiser. It generates revenue for us, and it shows the advertiser that you're interested in what they're doing. I'm going to post more on the drought on the musings. We'll talk about it more tomorrow as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining.